Hi friends, welcome to my channel On the Mat with Kelsey. Today's class is all about hips. We're going to keep it pretty short and really move through one main flow for the class. So we'll do a brief warm up at the beginning and a short cool down at the end. But if you need to warm up a little slower, feel free to do that on your own outside of this class for the sake of this class being condensed and being able to move quickly. The peak posture of our flow is going to be half moon pose. So we're going to do all kinds of postures to get the hips feeling open, loose, and feeling good. You may want to have a block for this class. I mean, it's not necessary, but can help, especially towards the beginning of class as we're just starting to open up in the hip joint to give us a little more reach, a little more lift by using that block. I think that's all you need to know for this class. I hope you enjoy it, and we are going to get started on our backs today. So go ahead and find the middle of your mat and roll it down onto your back. Take your feet out wider than your mat and let your knees knock into center. Taking your hands to your low belly and close your eyes. Take a couple breaths in and out. Checking in with yourself and checking in with your body. Noticing how you feel today. Go ahead and take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Pulling your knees apart so they point up towards the ceiling and drop them gently over towards the right and the left. Windshield wipering your knees side to side. If this doesn't feel good for your back to have your hands behind your head, you can take them back to your belly or even out wide. Just gently waking up the hips with the windshield wipers side to side. Pull your knees back up towards the sky. Use your core to pull your knees and your thighs in towards your chest. Pull your knees out as your feet, your heels, soles of your feet go up. Finding a happy baby to start class today. Grabbing for the outside edges of the feet or maybe the outside edges of the shins. We want our entire low back on the mat as we do this. This is a massage for the low back. The hips, the low back, the hamstrings, they're all super connected. So we'll inherently do a little of everything. You can straighten one leg out long and then the other. There's no wrong or right way to practice this happy baby posture. It's play. It should feel good. Then pull your knees back to your chest. Give them a hug. And begin to rock and roll forward and backward on your spine. Chin tucks in toward your chest. Take another exhale, roll it back. And this time as you roll it up, cross your ankles. Coming over your shins as we find tabletop. You may need to kind of wiggle it back. So you're in the middle of your mat. Your hands are under your shoulders. Fingers spread out wide. Your knees are under your hips. Tops of the feet on the floor. Just find an easy cow pose. Arch the belly, arch the back, drop the belly. And then reverse. Push into the hands. Pull the belly in. Round the back cat. Take 3 rounds of this, moving as you like. You can take the variation as you sink back into a child's pose, and then round into cat as you roll forward. Inhale, cow, as you sink the hips down and back. And exhale up in cat. Reverse. And moving up through cow. Take one last round, wherever you are. Again, this is another posture. Can't really go wrong. You're just waking up the spine in all directions. Finding tabletop as you're ready. And take the left foot out towards the left. Rotate the left toes up towards the sky. And walk your hands over towards the left foot. We're going to exhale, sink the hips down. So our hips are sinking down towards our right heel, like half of a child's pose. Your hands reach over towards the left. If you want more sensation, cross the right hand over the left wrist, reaching for the outside of the ankle. Exhale. Now as we inhale, push your hips forward towards the front of the mat. Press down through the left hand as your right arm circles up over your ear. Use your core to come upright and continue that circle. Right hand finds the floor and then left arm reaches over your ear. So you stretch out through the whole left side body, the left hip. Now as we exhale, sink your hips down towards the right heel, and we're circling the left hand down towards the right, and then circle it across your mat and back over towards the left ankle. Take a breath in. Your hips are reaching back towards the right ankle. Exhale, stay. Let's do that one more time. Make it smooth and continuous. So inhale, hips move forward. Left hand goes down as you circle your right arm up. Bring the body upright. Then right hand goes down. Left arm swoops up and overhead. Stay and breathe. As you exhale, hips down towards the right heel and swoop the left hand back. Then the right hand back over towards the left foot. Stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Taking your hands back to center. Good. Step your left foot back behind you. Push your weight down into the left foot. And pull your hips up and back. First downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Take whatever movement you need here to wake up your body. Maybe that's a little wiggle of your hips side to side. A little pedal of your feet, bending one knee generously and then the other, stretching the hamstrings. With your next inhale, swoop the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged down dog. Lift the left leg a little higher and then bend the left knee, open the hip. On an inhale, we're moving forward into plank as you step your left foot outside of the left hand. Drop the back right knee. So this is low lunge, but your left foot is wide like lizard. Back right knee is down. As you inhale, lift your heart, your chest forward. Feel that stretch happening for your inner left thigh. And as you exhale, pull the hips back in space, half split over the left. Do that 2 more times just like that. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, hips back. Hamstring stretch for the left. Last time, inhale. And exhale, stretch it back. Inhale, forward lunge. Right hand plants into the ground. And left arm blossoms open towards the ceiling. Look up, breathe in. Exhale, reach the left hand back. If this is going well, you can use the power of your leg, your right leg, to squeeze the right heel in by the right glute. If your hand or feet are close, you can connect them. If not, just reach them towards one another. Take one last breath in. And exhale it out. Release the foot. Left hand comes to the top of the mat. Lift the back right knee. We're hovering our right thigh above the mat. And then exhale, we find a wide-legged pyramid stretch over the left. So your left leg does not need to come straight, but we're getting that same action of half split of pulling our hips back behind us. So both knees may need to bend a little bit. That's fine. We want length in our back, length in our left hamstring. Inhale, rotate forward into, like you're coming into plank. Push into your hands. Your left foot is long. And then reach the left leg up and back. Three-legged down dog. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Stay for 2 or 3 breaths. If you would like to drop the left foot behind you into Wild Thing, go for it now. If you're in Wild Thing, press both feet into the ground to elevate the hips up towards the sky. Full breath in and full breath out. Inhale, ground down to the right hand. Pull the left knee towards the sky. And again, step the left foot up towards the top of the mat. Your left hand and right hand are inside this left knee. And we're going to rotate our toes and walk our hands over towards the right. So both toes point towards the right side of the room as we lower our hips down, Skandasana on the left. Your left arm is gonna karate chop out, open your heart up. So you're opening the left knee towards the left. Good, walk your hands over towards the other side. Skandasana on the right knee is bent, left leg is straight. This is going to look different for all of us. Some of us might have our hips really high, some might have our hips low. We want to open up through the knees, and if it feels good, reach the left hand up. Good, walk your hands back, over towards the left. Frame this left foot, and spin your back right heel down to the floor. We are preparing for warrior two. So your back whole foot is on the ground. Your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Press into the outside edge of that right foot as you spiral your right arm forward, up, and then the left arm follows as you come into warrior two. The left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Your hips are open towards the right side of your mat. Look forward over the left fingers. Breathe in. Pull the belly in, slight tilt of the tailbone underneath you. Imagine squeezing your feet together. Reverse warrior, left arm over the ear. Exhale, side angle pose. Stay for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, upright, warrior two. Straighten the left leg. This is triangle pose. Sass that right hip back, so tilt the right hip back as you reach forward with the left fingers. Left hand comes down. This is a great place to use that block under your left hand. If it feels good, as we're opening our chest up towards the right. Right shoulder stacks above left shoulder. Right hip is working to stack above left hip. Breathe in and out. Inhale, bend through the left knee, grip the block if you have it, and place it forward towards the top of your mat. Coming into our peak posture of half moon pose, ground down into the left foot. You may need to hop, hop, hop that right foot closer until you can lift the right foot from the floor. The weight is down in the left foot, light in the left hand, and the right toes are pointed towards the right wall, not down at the floor. The right toes are pointed towards the right wall, so your hips are open. Right hand can come to the hip or extend straight up towards the ceiling. Again, stacking right shoulder over left shoulder, right hip over left hip. Really activate all the muscles in your lifted leg to make the leg lighter for the body. Reach the crown of your head forward in the right heel back in opposite directions. Breathe in and out. If this is going well, the last variation is Chapasana here. So squeezing your right heel towards your right glute. And again, reach the right fingertips. If they connect, great. If not, just reach them for one another. Your heart rotates forward just a few inches. Breathe deeply. Last round of breath in and out. Release the foot with control. Reach the right arm forward and then down. Find a half split. Fold over the left leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Let the right toes float down beside the left toes. Take your feet wide and find a forward fold. Sway side to side, bend in the knees. Breathe deeply as we reset for the other side. Find an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the hands and step one foot back. And then the other. Do what you need to reset. You can rotate through a full chaturanga. Or maybe take a spinal roll. Forward into plank. And up and back to down dog. Child's pose is always an option. And we'll all meet back in tabletop. Repeat the sequence on the opposite side. Find one cow pose and one cat pose. On an inhale, step your right foot out to the right off your mat. Your right foot is straight out from the hip socket. Rotate the right toes up towards the sky and sink the hips back towards the left heel, like half child's pose. Now walk your hands over towards the right foot. Just find the stretch to start. Again, if you want more sensation, reach the left arm over the right arm and around to the outside of the right ankle. Breathe in and out. We move through this rolling posture next. So as we inhale, pushing your hips forward, right hand down, left arm makes this big, beautiful circle to the right, up, to the left. The right arm follows and reaches over the ear. Full breath in, stretched through the right side, and full breath out. And exhale, sink the hips down. The right arm continues the circle down low to the floor now. And reach the left hand over towards the right ankle. Breathe in. Exhale, the hips get closer to the floor on the exhale. Once more, just like that. Inhale, hips move forward. Left arm goes to the right, up, the left. Right arm follows. Gateway pose. Inhale. And exhale. Exhale, let the hips sink. Circle the right arm down and over towards the extended leg. Breathe in and out. On an inhale, hands come back to center. Rotate forward into tabletop and step the right foot back on the mat, straight behind you. Curl the right toes underneath, lift the hips, pedal it out. Find downward facing dog. That little wiggle of the hips side to side. And take a breath in. Exhale. With the inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Lift it a little higher, bend the right knee, open the hip. Inhale, look forward at your right pinky finger and then step your right foot there. Drop the back left knee to the ground, lizard lunge. Inhale, expand your heart forward. Stretch through the inner thigh of the right. And then exhale, flex the right foot as the hips go back, half split, fold. 2 more times through, move with your breath. Inhale, expand the heart forward, hips are low. Exhale, fold, hips are back. No, your right knee does not need to be straight. We just want to pull the right hip back. Last time, inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, lizard lunge. Plant the left hand, open the right arm up towards the sky. Stay for 3 breaths. If you took the quad stretch on the other side, try it here. Squeeze the left heel towards your glute. Reach the right hand back. If it's going well and they connect, great. If they don't connect, great. Doesn't matter. Breathe in and out. Release the foot if you have it. Both hands to the top of the mat. Curl the left toe underneath. Lift the left knee. And then hips move back. Pyramid stretch over the right. Breathe in and out. Inhale, shift the weight forward slightly so all the weight's in your hands. The right heel grows light and then you lift it from the floor. Extend the right leg up and back. 3-legged down dog. Lift it higher, bend the knee, open the right hip. Exhale. Stay for 3 breaths. Or drop into wild thing by stepping the right toes behind you. And then press into both feet evenly to elevate the hips up towards the sky. Look up at the extended right arm. Breathe deeply. On the next inhale, rotate into the left hand, the left foot. Right knee is high towards the sky, and then step the right foot up and wide. We're moving on into Skandasana on the right. So rotate your body to point towards the left side of the room. All 10 toes point left, and then your hands are at an angle towards the right. As we drop the hips down, the right knee is opening. The knee tracks over the ankle. We are on Skandasana on the right side. Right hand can be down, left arm can lift up. Breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Walk it over towards the left side. Skandasana on the left. So you may need to adjust your feet so the knee is above the ankle. Left knee is opening, right toes are up. Skandasana. Breathe in and out. Good. Inhale back to the top of your mat. Frame the right foot with your hands and spin the back left foot down on the floor. The whole foot is flat on the floor, 45 degrees, preparing for warrior two. Press into the feet, lift the tailbone, lift the pelvic floor, and circle the left arm forward and up. And the right arm follows as we're in warrior two on the right. Take a peek down at your right knee. We don't want our right knee beyond the ankle. The shin bone should be perpendicular to the floor. The tailbone is tilted underneath you. Imagine squeezing the heels together to lift that pelvic floor. And extend the arms, look right. Breathe in. Exhale, sink a little deeper in the right knee. Release the shoulders from the ears. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior. Inhale up through warrior two. And then exhale, side angle. Right hand can come to the knee or inside the knee. Left arm up or overhead. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale, upright. Straighten the right leg. And again, get sassy with the hips. The left hip kind of tilts up, tilts back as you reach your right hand forward. Exhale down into triangle pose. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, full breath in. Go ahead and grab that block if you used it on the other side. And full breath out. Left shoulder above right, left hip over right. Inhale, take your gaze down towards the floor. Bend the right knee. Move the block up to the top of the mat. And look where you want to go. So we're going, the gaze is beyond the mat, putting weight down into the right foot. The left leg becomes light, and all the muscles in the left leg are activated. Left toes point towards the left side of the room. The left shoulder is stacking over the right. Your left hand can be on your hip if that makes you feel more stable. Ground down into the right foot. Really roll the chest open, stack. Breathe deeply. It's most important of all in these challenging postures. The breath will center you. Find one spot on the floor to focus your gaze. If you took that Chapasana variation of squeezing the left heel into the left glute and maybe connecting the foot and the hand, take it here. You may wobble and fall out of it, and that's okay. Release the foot with control. Let the left toes rotate towards the floor. Left hand comes to the floor and fold over the right leg, half split. Breathe in. And with an exhale, with control, float the left foot down to the mat in line with the right. Heel toe your feet wider than your hips. Bend in your knees and grab the elbows. Breathe in. And breathe out. Dropping the hands to the floor, we find one halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches forward. Hips reach back. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Imagine creating length in between every vertebrae. And then exhale, fold once again. Take your feet even wider. Toes point out, heels are in. And then exhale, sink your hips down into Malasana. Your elbows are inside the knees. Hands at your heart. As you breathe in, just find a tiny side-to-side motion, relaxing the shoulders down your back. Imagine growing tall through the crown of your head. If you need, release your hands behind your hips as we lower down to our booties. We're coming in to pigeon pose on the right. So your right knee is going to be bent. This is, again, will look different for all of us, but our left foot is going to swoop behind us. So for more of a stretch, your right shin bone will be parallel with the short end of your mat. For a little less intense stretch, bend the knee more and pull the right foot closer towards your body. We're going to rotate into pigeon so that the top of your left thigh is on the mat, the top of your left foot is on the mat. You should be able to lift your hands, and even weight is distributed between the right and the left hips. Your hands stay down at the floor, and relax your shoulders. If this is a good enough stretch here, just stay. We're going to find 5 long breaths. Know you have the variation to walk down onto your forearms as well. And close your eyes and breathe deeply. And with each slow exhale, imagine releasing tension out of your shoulders, out of your face, maybe out of your hips. On an inhale, walking yourself back up. And let your weight shift over to the right side. Pull your left foot forward a few inches, left toes go up. And then extend your right leg forward. Right toes are up. We're in a straddle position here, toes up. Again, if your knees are bent, that's totally fine. We want to be up on our sit bones. And just reach your right hand over towards your right ankle. Left arm overhead, side body stretch. Full breath in. Roll the chest open, look up, and breathe out. Inhale, reverse. We're doing a lot of this circular arching motion today. Right arm follows overhead. Roll the right shoulder open towards the sky. Look up at the sky. Breathe in and out. Inhale, come upright. And then exhale, just hinge forward at your hips. This is going, again, to look different for everyone. Maybe your forearms come down. Maybe just your fingertips come down and drop your chin towards your chest. Find 5 breaths wherever you are. And come upright. We're going to find that pigeon pose on the left side. So rotate towards the back of your mat, the short edge at the back of the mat, and rotate so that the top of the right thigh, the top of the right foot's on the floor. Find the variation that you like with this left leg. Flex the left foot. And find that even distribution between the legs. Your fingertips should be able to come upright, and you're not going to roll to the left or to the right. And settle into the posture, and close your eyes and breathe. 5 breaths. As you're ready, coming back out of the posture, leaning over towards the left thigh, the left glute. Leaning your weight back towards your sit bones and swing the left foot so you're facing back towards the top of your mat. Reach your hands forward and exhale, roll it down. Head connects to the floor, pull the knees in. Pulling your knees wide, finding happy baby one last time. A little rock side to side. Maybe straightening one leg out and then the other. Noticing how this happy baby feels different than the first one we did at the beginning of class. Release the grip of your heels. Pull the knees in toward your chest, give them a hug. Squeeze your forehead towards your knees. Breathe in. Pause, hold the breath at the top. Holding the breath as long as you can. And when you have no more breath, exhale, release the head down, the feet flat on the floor, the arms wide, and then extend the legs wide. Take up space on your mat. Maybe lift and spread the shoulders. And close your eyes. Taking one last conscious breath in. And a big sigh out through the mouth. Sinking into your Shavasana for just a few moments. Bringing movement back into your fingers and your toes. And pulling your heels in closer towards one another onto the mat. Reach your arms overhead. And on an inhale, find a full body stretch, reaching your fingertips in your heels in opposite directions. Stretch. And exhale, release. With your next inhale, rotating onto one side. And with your next breath, pressing yourself up, finding an easy cross-legged sit in the middle of your mat. Roll the shoulders up, and then exhale them down your back. Blinking your eyes open, and reach your arms up. Connect the palms, and exhale, pull the hands down to heart center. Finding a moment of gratitude for yourself and for getting to your mat today. And exhale. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope this class left your hips and your body feeling great, your mind feeling good as well. Namaste.